Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Why Andy Cohen doesn't like firing Real Housewives stars. What is the exact reason that Andy Cohen does not like to fire Real Housewives stars? He is currently embroiled in drama and lawsuits with alums Leah McSweeney and Brandi Glanville. Caroline Manzo is also suing Bravo, as well as its fellow production companies. Then, Bethenny Frankel has been on a mission to take down Bravo for some time now. So there is a lot of drama, but is that the reason why Andy wants to keep Housewives around as long as possible? Keep reading for more details. The last few years have not been the best when it comes to former housewives. Bethenny Frankel, who was a VRHNY OG, praised Andy Cohen and Bravo for launching her career. Then, she rebelled against them and believed that the Bravolebs needed to create a union for themselves. She started to her reality reckoning tour, and soon enough, RHONI alum Leah McSweeney jumped on board. Leah sued Bravo and Andy, alleging they preyed upon her, knowing she had alcohol and mental health problems. Furthermore, she claimed Andy did cocaine with housewives to give them a better edit. Finally, after Caroline Manzo sued Bravo after alleging Brandi Glanville assaulted her, Brandi came out and turned it on Andy. She claimed he had assaulted her and used her to get men. Since he is gay, some of the male Bravolebs had no interest in him, so he would ask her to hook up with him. Luckily for him, many stars of the network have rushed to his side to praise him and say they have never seen him do anything bad. Now, at this point, Andy does not like firing any housewives, and he has very good reasoning. According to In Touch Weekly, he struggles with letting the ladies go because they know too much. An insider shared it is hard to let the Ultimers go because they possess a vast amount of insider knowledge. Additionally, they have witnessed all the juicy, unedited moments and will no longer feel bound by loyalty once their contracts end. Though Bravo has denied this, there is some proof and truth to what the insider is saying. RHONI alum Carol Radziwill has repeatedly called out Andy Cohen since she exited after season 10. Once the Housewives contracts end, it appears that they either go on and are appreciative or they do not care. For example, when RHONI was rebooted, a handful of fan-favorite cast members were cast on RHUGT. It was called RHUGT RHONY Legacy and starred Ramona Singer, Luanda Lesseps, Sonja Morgan, Kristen Takeman, Kelly Bensimon, and Dorinda Medley. They all seemed grateful and appreciative for their time on the series, and the fans are desperate for them to come back. In the end, Bravo cannot let a few bad apples ruin the whole bunch. Andy Cohen, the charismatic and sharp-tongued host of Bravo's Watch What Happens Live, is synonymous with the wildly popular Real Housewives franchise. As an executive producer and reunion mediator, Cohen has watched the highs and lows of numerous reality TV stars, navigating their drama with a skillful mix of diplomacy and entertainment. However, despite being at the helm of one of the most successful reality series, there's one aspect of his job that Cohen is notoriously reluctant about: firing Real Housewives cast members. On the surface, it may seem like an easy decision. After all, the show thrives on dramatic plotlines, and cutting a star who doesn't bring the heat might seem like a logical move. But for Andy Cohen, the process of letting someone go from the Real Housewives franchise is much more complicated, emotionally taxing, and nuanced than most fans realize. Emotional investment. One of the key reasons Andy Cohen finds it difficult to fire Real Housewives stars is his personal connection with the cast. Cohen has been involved with the franchise since its inception, building relationships with each of the women. Over the years, he's seen these women at their best and their worst, often playing the role of both producer and therapist during their most vulnerable moments. He has watched them navigate divorces, illnesses, business ventures, and family conflicts, sometimes feeling like a friend or confidant to them. Cohen has admitted in interviews that it can be tough to separate the personal from the professional when it comes to deciding which cast members stay and which go. He's developed bonds with many of the housewives and respects them not only as TV stars but as individuals. Firing someone, then, doesn't just mean they'll stop appearing on Bravo. It also feels like a personal severance, breaking a relationship that may have taken years to build. The complexity of drama. Drama is the lifeblood of the Real Housewives franchise. But as Andy Cohen himself knows all too well, not all drama is created equal. Some cast members bring a level of excitement and controversy that keeps fans on the edge of their seats, while others may fall into repetitive storylines or become stagnant over time. The challenge for Cohen is that while a cast member may no longer be generating the kind of drama that drives ratings, they might still be beloved by a segment of the fan base. The franchise relies heavily on the chemistry between its stars, and Cohen is well aware that removing one personality can have a domino effect on the dynamics of the entire cast. Firing a veteran housewife or even a relatively new but pivotal cast member can drastically alter the balance of the show, making it a high-risk move. Fans tune in for the cast relationships, both positive and negative, and disrupting that can mean alienating the viewers who have become emotionally invested in the show. This is where Cohen finds himself caught between the demands of reality TV production and fan expectations. Even when a cast member may be past their prime in terms of storylines, firing them might create a backlash from viewers who followed them for years. Public scrutiny. Andy Cohen's decisions are not made in a vacuum, and the intense public scrutiny surrounding the Real Housewives franchise only complicates matters. Every move he makes is dissected by both the media and fans, making the process of firing someone an even more precarious endeavor. Cohen knows that firing a fan-favorite star could result in a social media firestorm, with viewers rallying around the ousted housewife and demanding their return. This public outcry often leads to criticism of Cohen himself, with some accusing him of playing favorites or making decisions based purely on drama rather than the integrity of the show. Given his public persona as the face of Bravo, Cohen feels a personal responsibility to handle these situations delicately. When a firing does occur, he's quick to remind fans that it's never a decision made lightly, emphasizing the collaborative nature of such choices, often made in conjunction with other producers and network executives. Cohen is also keenly aware of how public perception can shape the futures of the women he lets go. Many former Real Housewives have gone on to build successful businesses or media careers, but some have struggled post-show. Knowing that his decision to fire a cast member could impact their financial stability or future opportunities weighs heavily on him, adding yet another layer of difficulty to the process. The fear of the unknown. There's also a risk element in firing a Real Housewives star, especially if they've been a part of the show for many seasons. Cohen has admitted in various interviews that one of his greatest concerns is that by letting someone go, the show might lose a vital element that can't be easily replaced. Each housewife city has its unique dynamic, and sometimes it's hard to predict whether the new blood will gel with the rest of the cast. Firing someone doesn't guarantee that their replacement will be able to live up to fan expectations. New cast members are often met with skepticism from loyal viewers, and if they don't bring the drama or relatability right away, it can lead to dips in ratings. Cohen, always a master strategist, understands that casting is both an art and a science, something that can't be rushed or taken lightly. Replacing a longtime housewife is often a gamble, and while it can pay off, the unknowns make it a daunting decision. The human factor. At the heart of Cohen's reluctance to fire Real Housewives stars is his recognition of their humanity. Reality TV may be a genre that thrives on larger-than-life personalities and over-the-top drama, but the women who appear on the show are real people with real lives. Firing someone from the franchise can have far-reaching consequences beyond the screen, impacting their families, reputations, and livelihoods. Cohen has said that it's easy for fans to forget that the Real Housewives stars are people, not just characters, and that their lives can be affected deeply by the decisions made behind the scenes. This empathy for the women, combined with his desire to maintain the integrity of the show, makes the decision to fire someone an agonizing one for Cohen. He knows that while the franchise must evolve to stay fresh and exciting, it can't come at the cost of treating the cast as disposable. Balancing the business of reality TV with his personal relationships and ethical considerations is a constant challenge, one that Cohen approaches with care. Conclusion for Andy Cohen: firing a Real Housewives star is never just a matter of ratings or storylines. It's a deeply personal and difficult decision. His emotional investment in the cast, combined with the complexity of maintaining fan loyalty and the chemistry of the show, makes each firing a fraught process. Despite the drama and chaos that define the franchise, Cohen remains a thoughtful, empathetic leader, always striving to balance the demands of the show with his genuine care for the women who have helped make it a cultural phenomenon.